What if a home started in a cold, muddy field? No guarantee, just raw timber and the will to try. The first challenge, shaping nature into a foundation. Light green beams arrive. They measure twice. Then the power drill bites into the wood, securing the beam to the steel bracket. The grid slowly takes shape. Mud underneath. Bare trees around them. They fasten each corner tight. A solid base is everything. One mistake here ruins the whole structure. Time for the floor depth. Green adhesive goes down first, a thick bead along the joists. Then the OSB panels are wrestled into place. They line up the edges. The pneumatic stapler echoes across the field, fast and loud. A circular saw trims the excess. Wood chips fly into the mud. They drive screws along the seams, sealing the perimeter with more green glue. The platform is locked in. A chainsaw roars to life. Rough cuts for the floor edges. They lift the next heavy OSB sheet, careful not to slip on the wet wood. Final screws go in. They seal the seams against the damp air. The floor is done. The build turns vertical. Massive OSB structural panels go up, marked and numbered for the layout. A bead of sealant lines the floor track. Then, the pneumatic nailer fires, pinning the heavy wall to the deck. panel after panel. The space finally feels enclosed. They work down the line, securing each joint before the sealant cures. Daylight fades. The work doesn't stop. Under floodlights, they apply more foam, lifting panel number 5 into place, racing the cold night. The nail gun punches through the quiet dark. The first floor is fully framed. Morning brings a new phase. The heavy roof framing begins. They haul large OSB sheets upward. Fighting gravity and awkward angles, sealant lines the roof joists. The nailer locks the decking down. Blue sky shows through the open rafters. They kneel at the edge, torquing screws into the perimeter beams. A critical anchor point. Checking the layout. Everything must be square. The drill drives it home. Inside, the light is dim. The space feels like a room now. A worker runs a caulk gun along the ceiling, sealing the joints tight against the weather. Night falls again. Back down to the foundation. They reinforce the base under work lights, hammering braces into the wooden frame. The structure needs ultimate stability. Next day, back on the roof. Sunlight hits the OSB panels. They secure more studs. Every nail adds rigidity to the frame. The circular saw screams, trimming beams right on the deck. Precision cuts up high. Down in the yard, they prep the rafters, then carry them up, securing the heavy timbers into the peak. The roof skeleton takes shape. a few final adjustments. Sawing the overhangs flush. The wooden skeleton is complete, ready for the skin. They roll out the gray protective membrane, covering the raw wood, the first true barrier against the sky. Downstairs, the focus turns to the gaps. A spray foam gun hits the window frames, expanding tight into the corners, blocking the winter drafts. They foam the main door frame next. The house is getting sealed in. Securing the bottom trim. Late-night adjustments. Chipping a stubborn joint. Inside, the lights are bright, checking the ceiling frame alignment. Back outside under an overcast sky, drilling through a long platform beam. A quick cut in the mud. More gray membrane goes up on the roof, stretching it tight across the decking. Then they lay down the strapping. Long wooden boards to create an air gap. This is the base for the metal. They line up the roof edge. Everything must be perfectly straight here, or the metal panels won't sit right. The drill locks it down. A quick handsaw cut, flush with the edge. The first metal sheets arrive, cold, blue steel. They position the long panels carefully. One slip, and it creases. Screwing the steel into the wood strapping. The roof gets its armor. An angle grinder bites into the steel. Sparks fly into the cold air. Custom cuts for the tricky spots. Peeling the adhesive back. A black ridge vent caps the peak, letting the roof breathe while blocking the rain. Down at the bottom, flashing goes in. Metal shields for the wooden foundation. They drill the thin metal tight to the OSB, directing water away from the base. Time for the exterior skin. An angle grinder cuts the base panels. They mimic a dark stone foundation, fitting them snugly against the flashing. Marked with a pencil, then pressed into place. The aesthetic is taking over. They lock the final foundation panels in. The base is completely wrapped. Night work on the trim. By morning, the ground is white with snow. They set up scaffolding. The upper siding panels go on, starting the climb up the bare wooden walls. The stone pattern meets the light vinyl siding. A clean horizontal line across the house. They work up around the window frames. The cordless drill drives screw after screw, racing into the snowy night to finish the gable. The bare wooden frame is now a finished home. A solid deck, sealed walls, and a steel roof. Hard work outlasts the cold.